What's up guys, welcome back to another episode of GripWorks. We got the EK Civic back in the shop today, and in this episode we're going to completely change the look of this car. Now you guys are actually joining me on day 2 of this project, and that is because all of my audio from yesterday got completely ruined. I'm getting used to these new Rode wireless mics, and I guess you can't charge the receiver while you're using it. So everything I talked about yesterday has no audio anymore. So just to recap, we're going to be doing a front lip, a pair of side skirts, and new wheels and tires. The lip that we're going to be putting on the car is a Charge Speed style polyurethane front lip. And the reason why I chose that particular lip is because A, it's cheap, and I know for a fact I'm going to be destroying it at some point, whether it's going up and down my driveway, which is pretty steep, or at the track. So getting a authentic lip that's either fiberglass or carbon fiber, I'm going to destroy it, let's face it. So I'd rather not go through that pain. I'd rather just have a urethane front lip that is somewhat flexible. As far as I'm concerned, lips are a little bit disposable. This lip wasn't very expensive, it was about 120 bucks, and I think it looks great. It's actually mounted on the car already. And I also have a pair of PCI 4-inch side skirts that I bought from another YouTuber a long time ago. One of them is in pretty good condition. The other one was really bashed up. So I spent about an hour and a half just reshaping the aluminum, trying to get it as straight as possible. And I actually got it pretty damn straight. I think it looks pretty well. So that is kind of where I left off last night. I had the lip mocked up and I started fixing the side skirt. So tonight what I'm going to do is I have to actually mock the side skirts up. So that means I need to remove the factory side skirts and just install these side skirts and just make sure everything lines up. And then I need to remove them and prep them for vinyl wrap. The front lip, I kind of just plan on wrapping it in just plain white. It isn't gonna be an exact match to the car's paint, but it's still gonna be white, which is fine. I might end up wrapping the whole car eventually, but for now, I don't want the lip in black, I want it to be white. So I'm gonna mock these side skirts up real quick and then go from there. Okay, so I got the side skirt pretty much bolted on. It's pretty simple. There's a gap here that I'm not sure about, but I don't see any way that this could sink in more on the back. I mean, the bracket is all the way tucked in and touching the rocker panel of the car here. Everything is sucked in pretty tight, so I think that's just how it's supposed to sit, but I don't know, that seems like a weird gap. Maybe I can manipulate the brackets a little bit and get it to sit a little better, but overall, it looks pretty damn cool. So what I gotta do now is do the same thing on the other side, see how that side mounts up, and then now that everything is kind of bolted together, I can start to remove everything and get it ready to wrap, which is pretty exciting. So let's go do that other side skirt. All right guys, it's day 3 and we're back in the shop. Now, where I left off last night was I had the lip and the side skirts fully mounted, but I do need to adjust the side skirts a little bit. And that means adjusting the little brackets that get bolted onto the body of the car. They're a little tweaked, so I just kind of have to untweak them or retweak them, tweak them more, I guess, just to kind of get the side skirts to tuck up a little bit more and get them tighter to the body of the car. So that's going to basically be me bolting and unbolting over and over and just making sure it fits nicely. And then I'm gonna take the lip and the side skirts off, clean them up, and I'm actually only going to be able to wrap them white in this episode. I wanted to do a livery in this episode. I kind of designed the livery in Forza on my computer because I'm not very good with like graphic design. And I'll throw a picture up on the screen of kind of like what I want the car to look like. The company logos that are on the car in the photos aren't the actual companies that have sponsored the car and this channel. So when the livery is done, we will announce the rest of the sponsors. I will announce the wheel sponsor at the end of this video because I'm going to be installing the wheels right at the end of this video. So it's already starting to get a little late, so I need to get cranking on this. I'm gonna start with the driver's side skirt, get it unbolted, kind of tweak it a little bit, move to the passenger side, get that fitted, and then blow this thing apart, clean it up, and wrap it. Now the majority of the side skirt actually fits up pretty well up until like this door line. And from here, it seems to be sagging and sticking out too far. Now, as far as it sticking out, I probably can't do much about it, but I can for sure bend it up and have it, you know, tuck up to the body line a little bit. This is the gap I'm trying to get rid of here. There's not enough room to get the camera in this area to show you guys, but so I'm going to work on probably the middle and the back bracket, try to get this thing tucked up a little bit more. Guys, so with the front lip and the side skirts fitted up perfect, looking pretty damn good, it's time to take everything back off and get them ready to get wrapped. The front lip probably just needs to be cleaned up a bit. That doesn't take much. The side skirts though, they have like this old remnants of a livery from who knows when, from the previous car that these were on. So these are gonna take a little bit more love to get them cleaned up. Yeah, I just wanna get these wrapped in white so that we can throw the wheels on this thing and see how low it's gonna sit to the ground. I have a feeling that the front lip is gonna sit way too low, so I might have to raise the front right height a bit just so that I don't completely destroy this stuff. But I wanna go ahead and get these wrapped. Now, I'm not the great at wrapping things by any means. I kind of suck at it, but I'm gonna give it a shot. So yeah, time to take all this stuff off, get it cleaned up, and get it ready to wrap. Okay, so I have the side skirts sitting on the table and I have all this old vinyl that I need to remove. Now I started to remove some of it in this section, but it's like literally, I don't know how to explain it. It's like the vinyl itself is delaminating and it's leaving behind all this white stuff. So what I have here on my die grinder is called a caramel wheel or a adhesive removing wheel. And I'm hoping that I can use this to remove all this old vinyl, which will leave the side skirts pretty much clean enough to wrap. So I'm gonna go ahead and give this a shot. All right, so I wrapped this side skirt and I got too excited and put it on the car because I just couldn't wait to see what it looked like. And honestly, like the wrap job isn't very great. I'm not very good at wrapping things, but overall it doesn't look too bad to me. Anyone can use the excuse, well, it's a race car, but I mean, wrapping this by myself was pretty difficult, and these things are so easy to pull off that I can always just pull this off and rewrap it. But I just want to get a visual of how this car is going to look. And you know what? I really like it. I mean, it is a different shade of white. I was expecting that. And the car's super dirty too. But overall, I mean, I think it looks pretty damn good. Cool. I'm going to go ahead and grab that second side skirt, clean that up, install that one, and then move on to the front lip. So that whole vinyl wrapping thing turned into a mess. I got the side skirts wrapped and mounted, and they look okay. I mean, they're pretty rough, but at least I can visualize what the car will look like. But when it came to doing the front lip, I just struggled a ton. I spent like 2 hours trying to wrap the front lip and I just couldn't get it done. Maybe I need another pair of hands, or maybe the vinyl that I'm using isn't really up for the task, but I for sure know that my skills aren't there, and I don't know, maybe I'm better off just painting these parts. I don't know, I'm gonna weigh my options later, but for now, I just kind of want to throw the wheels and tires on the car and kind of talk to you guys about what this whole package is as a whole, and talk to you guys about our wheel sponsor. All right guys, so these are the sick wheels that I'm gonna be running on the Civic for this season. These are a set of Motegi MR146 wheels and a 15x8 plus 28mm offset. And Motegi is actually a sponsor of the channel. So big thanks to Motegi for providing these wheels for us. And really quick, these are a flow formed technology wheel. So they're super strong and lightweight, and they're really affordable. So be sure to check Motegi out. And what these wheels are gonna do is they're gonna allow me to run a 225 section width tire, which is the widest tire that I can run in VTEC Club N2 class. And as you can see, these tires are pretty worn out. These are actually a set of just like mock-up tires. I got these super cheap. They are used Nankang CR1 or CRSs. I am still kind of on the fence between getting a brand new set of Nankangs or getting a brand new set of Falcon RT660s. So I'm trying to figure that out still. So I mounted these tires on these wheels so that I can get the aero parts mocked up, get the wheels mocked up, and see how the car sits. What I'm about to do is I'm gonna mount these wheels up and set the car on the ground and just kind of take note of if the ride height is okay. I kind of feel like the front end of the car is a little too low. So in the next video, I'm going to be adjusting the suspension to kind of better suit this wider wheel and tire setup, because the front fender sits super close to the sidewall here. It is actually already rubbing. So I want to get these mounted with the front lip and the side skirts, because I need to see how far off the ground those parts are. So I'm fairly certain that I'm at least going to have to raise the front of the car, or if not, raise the front and rear of the car just to get the lip and the side skirts a little bit off the ground. Like I said at the beginning of the video, I would like to run that as low as I can, but for now I have to keep it at a reasonable height because I have to make it in and out of my driveway. I have to make it in and out of the shop. I'm gonna get these mounted on the car, get the car on the ground, and show you guys what the car looks like. All right guys, I'm calling it a night here. It's well past midnight and I didn't get even close to finishing what I wanted to finish on this car in this video. I wanted to, do the lips, side skirts, wrapped livery, wheels, tires, all of that in this video, and I got nowhere close to that. But at least the core items are there. The side skirts are straightened out, they're mounted up. They're wrapped right now, but I don't really know. I might either re-wrap them or paint them. I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do there. The front lip was a disaster as far as wrapping that goes. I just couldn't do it, I don't know. It's not for a lack of trying. Maybe if I had another pair of hands, I can probably get that wrapped a little better. Or like I said, I might just paint it and I'll get a closer match to what the body of the car is, but I'm still on the fence about that right now. The main thing is I got all the parts on the car and it's on the ground, and now I can see what the car is going to look like. I compare that with the little snapshot from Forza Motorsports that I showed you guys earlier, that gray and orange scheme that I'm kind of going for. It's all starting to come together. It's really starting to give that race car feel that I want this car to have, because it is becoming more of a track car than a street car. I don't drive it on the street anymore. I really only bring it here to work on it, and then I'll either drive it to the track or just drive it from home to here. It's starting to live up to what I envision in my head. It's kind of also encapsulating what I liked in these cars when I was a kid, that track car kind of vibe. So it's starting to get there. And I also want to thank Motegi Wheels again. Their logo will be on the livery, as well as 2 other sponsors that I will talk about in the coming videos. Their wheels are amazing. They look great on the car. They're flow form, they're lightweight, they're really affordable. So be sure to check out Motegi Wheels. I'll leave a link to their website in the description. I hope you guys can kind of see the vision. It's starting to come together. And for those of you that stuck around to the end of the video, I want to show you guys something. This thing's getting a B20 swap. I hope you guys didn't think that I was going to just, make this car look fast and not actually be fast. We are gonna be working on a high compression B20 swap in the EK Civic. It's finally happening. I know I built the car to be street legal and daily drivable, but I think it's time. And it's gonna be a little while before we get to this in the channel. It's gonna be a little while before I gather the parts and get this thing ready, but here it is, B20, B-Series on the way. I'm excited. I'm excited for this build. I'm excited about how the car's starting to look, and I hope you guys are too. So if you want to see more, please be sure to leave us a like, a comment. Tell me what you think in the comments. Be sure to subscribe for more videos like this, and I hope you guys to see you in the next one. Thank you, and remember, function, momentum, grip.